Good morning. Picture this. The sun sets over the Cabritz National Park. A cool breeze rolls in from the Caribbean Sea, and the smooth sound of live jazz and Creole music begin to fill the air. You're surrounded by culture, cuisine, and rhythm. This is jazz and Creole. And guess what? It is only 3 days away. I pause to recognize the presence of Miss Marva Williams, the CEO of Discover Dominica Authority and the Director of Tourism, Miss Ayodele Andrew, Festival and Events Manager of Discover Dominica Authority, Mr. Stanley Prosper, Acting Deputy Fire Chief of Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services, and other fire and ambulance service staff, Miss Calma Louis, Senior Environmental Health Officer with responsibility for food safety, Jazz and Creole sponsors, Jazz and Creole artists, fringe partners, members of the media, invited guests, those tuning in live via DBS Radio and the Dominica Festival's Facebook page. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And welcome to today's press conference. I'm Monel Alexis, the Communications and Public Relations Specialist for Discover Dominica Authority, and your host for this morning's press conference. Thank you very much for joining us as we count down to an unforgettable evening and afternoon on May 4th from 2 p.m. Today we're here to share final festival updates, highlights key partnerships, and give you a taste of what's in store. So, let's get started. Thank you for being here. We begin with the fringe artists, or rather, the artists who will be performing on the main stage for the Jazz and Creole Experience. Ladies and gentlemen, we have several artists performing this year. Two are here with us this morning. Their names start with the letter M. So I'll invite to this podium the first M, Miss Marie Pascal.
Thank you very much, Monel. Thank you to the team for having us this morning. My name is Marie Pascal, your melanin queen, your favorite cousin, and I'm excited to be here at Jazz in Creole on the main stage this Sunday. She said M, you know what it is, M&M, a lot of chocolate, a lot of goodness. Chocolate is good for your heart. And I know on Sunday, what is going to happen is going to be good for your mind, your body, and your soul. So, what can you expect from the MP set? Really, an interpretation of my African upbringing and my Caribbean influence. So, I'm going to be merging Afrobeat with Zouk music. Creole music is really going to be interesting. And of course, I can't perform without playing the sounds from back home. So you're going to have a little bit of sukus. So we're going to go on a very good safari journey, and we're going to end with a lot of dance. So I'm looking forward to being there. I want to thank the band that has been working with us, all Dominican musicians, really taking a good bite at that African music and doing it so very well. I'm looking forward to Sunday. My favorite part is definitely going to be performing, but also I see that today you posted the menu of your VIP. Every single year I do the VIP, and I think this year I can barely pronounce what's going to be on the menu, and that's always a good sign. So I know once you can feed me some good local food, I'm happy. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the cousins there on Sunday, and we're gonna have a good time. If you see me, just know I love to dance, so we're going to take a video dancing. Have a good time today, and see you on Sunday. Thanks, Monel.
Thank you very much, Mary Pascal. I invite you to take us on a safari journey. Yes. Yes, you need to entice us. We want to feel you. So I invite you one more time to take us on a safari journey. That's it, right? So the journey starts here.
So today I'm supposed to be on vocal rest, so I hope nobody can see me right now, the people who advised. But I Cameroon is bilingual, French and English, so I grew up listening to Zouk music. I love to sing in French. So I'm going to just give you this one. It's called Partie de moi. And I mean, you in the room right now. I want you to help me sing. So I want you to sing with me. La 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 la. You ready for choir? La 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 la. Alors mon cœur part avec toi. La 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 la. Alors mon cœur part avec toi. Alors mon cœur part avec toi. Alors mon cœur part avec toi. Tu fais partie de moi. Tu me complètes chaque fois. Si un jour tu pars, alors mon cœur part avec toi. Tu fais partie de moi. Tu me complètes chaque fois. Si un jour tu pars, baby, alors mon cœur part avec toi. So it means, tu fais partie de moi, tu me complètes chaque fois. Si un jour tu pars, mon cœur part avec toi. You're part of me, you complete me. If one day you leave, my heart lives with you. So now the journey has begun. Yes. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Mary Pascal, the first M of the M&M. Thank you very much for that. Up next, I invite to the podium a Dominican, currently resides in New York. Ladies and gentlemen, she's here. She's happy to return home, and she will be on the main stage. The other M, Marie Claire Giraud.
Good morning. Thank you to Marva and to IO and DDA for having me. As mentioned, my name is Mary Fajuro, and I will be bringing the songs from the Great American Songbook. People ask me, so I say I'm from two islands. I was born on an island and I live on the island of Manhattan. So I'm truly an island girl. I love New York City, and growing up in New York, people ask me, America, what was your introduction to this music, and how is it that a girl from Dominica, growing up in the Bronx, has this love of this music that was written almost 100 years ago? And the reason is my grandmother Lorna Buffon, who was born in Grand Bay and grew up in Point Michel, had a great love of the classics, of the classic movies. So I grew up listening to all of this music and watching them in the movies because of my grandmother, because she loved them. And so before I even sang the Great American Songbook, I knew them because of my granny, because we watch these movies every year. So I would like to do a little bit of George Gershwin's I Got Rhythm for you guys. Days may be sunny with never a sign. Don't want what money can buy. Birds in the trees sing their favorite song. Why shouldn't we sing along? I'm happy all the day, happy with my lot. How did I get that way? Look at what I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got rhythm. I got music. I got my man who could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures. I got my man who could ask for anything more. Old man Trouble, I don't mind him. You won't find him hanging around my door. I've got rainbows, I've got moonbeams. I got my man who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything more. Thank you so much, and I'm hoping to see you all on Sunday, to see myself, Marie Pascal, and all the wonderful musicians that will be here for you to enjoy for Jazz and Creole. Thank you so much.
Who can ask for anything more? I can. I want more of you. And for that, I'll wait for Sunday, May 4th. Thank you very much for that presentation. Also on the main stage performing for Jazz and Creole, this year we have a Swinging Stars, Signal Band, Colton T, Abiya Yisrael, Shalina, Colin XP, Itana out of Jamaica, and Etienne Charles from Trinidad and Tobago. Now, the Jazz and Creole Festival would not be possible without our sponsors. So, to all of you who sponsored or are sponsoring Jazz and Creole 2025, thank you. This morning, we have two sponsors in the house, and they will present. First, I invite to the podium representative from Fine Foods. His name Denny Shillenford. He is the brand coordinator with responsibility for beverages.
Morning, everyone. So, yes, I must say good performance. So, if I were not planning to go on behalf of Fine Foods, I would have surely find myself down there. I must say. Yes. So, on behalf of Fine Foods Inc., it is a great pleasure to express how happy we are to support Jazz and Creole 2025. For us, it represents more than just a sponsorship. It embodies tradition. We are rooted in support of community, development and just culture on a whole. So at Fine Foods, it is really indeed a pleasure to support. So when you think of jazz and Creole, you think of chill vibes, right? And we are sponsoring under our Angostura Chill and also our Stoli vodka. So when you attend the event, you can get our products. And under the Angostura Chill line, we have various flavors. So, we have your pear, sorrel, your ginger, and also the original. I'm also here to sell the products as well. So as you can tell. Yes. And then with the Stoli vodka, which will complement this as well. And just to mention, we recently launched the Stoli vodka at Fort Young Hotel last Friday via the media platforms and also everyone in here. For sure, I know you all will be there. So do support our brands. We look forward to interacting with you all. We'll be having a station where you can get a taste. We'll be infusing the Angostura Chill with the Stoli vodka, which is a very, very premium vodka. Once you get a taste of it, you can see that it has unmatched and unparalleled smoothness. And we just look forward to seeing you all there. And congratulations and to the team that is putting together Jazz and Creole. It has not passed us yet, but I can see that it's a success. So congrats on that. With that, can I present something? But before I present it, just to mention, when the information was relayed, I heard Mary. So I took it as one person. So I held one gift. I put together one gift. So, Mary Pascal, I can tell you, you can hold it to us. I will send something to you. I will send something to you. If you don't get it in Jazz and Creole, you'll get it after. We know how to find you. So, Marie Claire, can you come up? Let me just present to you something on behalf of Fine Foods Inc.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
all right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shillingford. Up next, another sponsor. I invite to the podium Mr. Ruben Thomas, representing Rudolph Thomas and Son.
Ms. Marva Williams, CEO of Discover Dominica Authority and Director of Tourism. Ms. Ida Andrew, Festival and Events Manager of Discover Dominica Authority. Mr. Stanley Prosper, Acting Deputy Fire Chief of Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services, and other fire and ambulance services officers. Jazz and Creole artists, Jazz and Creole sponsors, Jazz and Creole fringe partners, members of the media, other invited guests, viewers tune in live on social media and on radio, that is Kyrie FM and DBS Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to DDA for the opportunity to partner with them for this 14th edition of Jazz in Creole. It is a pleasure to participate as a business partner. We at Rudolph Thomas Enterprises view this collaboration as mutually beneficial to DDA and Rudolph Thomas Enterprises. Rudolph Thomas Enterprises is a premier supplier of building materials and hardware in the North. We are therefore feel we feel compelled to support this growing event, which has become and will continue to bring tremendous benefits and business activity to Portsmouth and the north of Dominica. We strongly feel that the time has come for stakeholders in the north to take ownership, take hold of this festival in a more tangible way. We are asking other stakeholders in Portsmouth to come on board, support DDA in this venture, and to ensure the sustainability and growth of this event, and also to ensure that this event, Jazz and Creole, remain Portsmouth, to ensure that Portsmouth remain the permanent home for this Jazz and Creole. As we forge this partnership for the first time this year, we are happy and it's our pleasure to be part of Jazz and Creole. And we look forward to the 15th edition when it comes to participate even in a bigger way. Thank you for the opportunity, and we want to encourage all Dominicans to come out, support, and be part of Jazz and Creole this weekend in the North. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas. So we invite all of you to come to Portsmouth for the weekend. And exciting events are going to be taking place in Portsmouth, and you're going to find out all about it right here, right now. First, presenting on an event happening this weekend, I invite to the podium Dane Smalling. He's going to present on his event called Jazz and Culture Fusion.
Good morning, everyone. Protocol has been established. First time making it to the podium for this season, the jazz season. I've always been here for Carnival, for Independence, but here I am. So this weekend, the Saturday, you know already the home place of everyone in Dominica should be Portsmouth. No matter where you reside, get an apartment. It's not too late. I'm pretty sure it's still up, and that's where we reside on May. Right? From May 2nd take place, we're moving down. We're moving down from Friday, we're going down, we're packing our bags. Trust me, there are reasonable apartments down there. Because we're hosting something that is very special to us. Not only my event, but the entire movement of Jazz Festival. It's been going on for a while now, about 13, 14 years. Right? And it's become a staple, and Portsmouth is the second city. And we should always remember that. But what I have to say right now is that we'll be hosting an event, Jazz and Culture Fusion, on Saturday, that's the 3rd, and you cannot miss that event. Tickets only cost $50. And for that $50, let me tell you what you'll get for $50. You'll get an international reggae artist, Pressure, with a song that basically everybody that, right, let me give you some love and affection. Right, that's the theme. That's where we're spreading some love, right? And you can get that for $50, along with some of the most exciting that Dominica has to offer. We have DJ MJ, we have the Booyah Barbie Faith, there's so much on that lineup. Also, we have Jeremy from the BVI will be giving us a little fusion of jazz as well because it's called jazz and culture fusion. So you know what a fusion is a mixture of everything. So we're gonna really fuse from all over the region into that one event. It starts at 7 p.m. and of course it's put on by NSE. And this is not just a event for us. This is big for us because this is also like a display, like a showcase for us as a production team because we'll be doing the full production for this show. So sound, stage, lights, screens, you name it, we have it. So you'll have to check us out. From 7 p.m. we're starting early and we're going until. So please come out early. And of course, as usual, we're not in the we do no nonsense events. So if you feel like badness is your thing, it's a lot easier for you to stay home and sleep. All right, badness out of style that expire. We're not using that no more. It's all about good time and good vibes. So if you're not coming out to have that, I would advise you stay home. All right, but get the tickets right now at Deepex and Bullseye. We have VIPs for $100. It's not all inclusive, but it's finger food inclusive. And of course, it will be catered to by Tyler's Kitchen. So, you know, it's always great food when Tyler cooks. So you can check us out Saturday at NSC headquarters. That's 1 mile Portsmouth from 7 p.m. And it's going to be something that you can look forward to. Only $50 gets you inside. So thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. And we endorse that statement, badness out of style. We're gonna have some good time in Portsmouth. Now, talking about being in Portsmouth for the weekend, there's another event on the same Saturday, and he's here to present it. I invite to the podium Mr. Vincent Etienne, who will present on the event Jazz by the Shoreline, which will be taking place on a day of the weekend. You're gonna find out. Mr. Etienne?
All right. Thank you, Monel. It's just so much excitement, so much buzz, so much stuff happening in Portsmouth over this weekend that let me just take a minute to recognize Miss Marva Williams, Miss Ayodele Andrew, Stanley Prosper, Calma Luis, the jazz artist, the Creole artist, the fringe partners, the members of the media, other invited guests. And I must just take a minute to say how happy I am to be here and to be in the presence of everyone, especially Marie Claire Giraud, who I have known for a very, very long time. And I haven't seen her for all like umpteen years. So, you know, that really, really excites me, Marie Claire, to see how you've transformed and all the great things and all the good things you're doing for Dominica, putting us on the international map. We're very proud of you, and I continue to love you dearly. All right? Well, this weekend, we hope that since Portsmouth is on the neck of Dominica, we're not going to have a broken neck in Dominica because we're going to have everybody, or we expect every Dominican to come down to Portsmouth, not just for Sunday, the Jazz Festival, but for the entire weekend. I mean, there's lots of stuff happening. From Friday evening, there is activities like several. Saturday, it's more activity, more action, you know, and Sunday is the big day. But, you know, I will just zero in on the event that I'm here to promote. It's really called Jazz on the Shoreline or Jazz on the Beach, as it's right now. And it's an event that we've been putting on annually at the Purple Turtle Beach Club in Portsmouth. Purple Turtle is one of the better known beaches on the island. It is right before, that is really the last stop before the Cabrits. All right. So having done it over the years, you know, we tend to put together some of the best local jazz musicians. We're talking about people like Bird. We're talking about Freddie Nicholas. You know, we're talking about Julie Martin. You know, we're talking about all these top guys who are seasoned jazz musicians. So they're going to be at Purple Turtle for the event from 7 p.m. on Saturday, and we're going to go up till 11. You know, so with all the activities that's happening, I think there's a big thing, a really big thing that DED has been talking about. It's something in Paradise. It ends at 7. So soon as it ends, well, there's this good thing NSC is doing as well. But for persons who, maybe the more mature persons that are looking for a calmer vibe, from 7 p.m., we expect you to be at the Purple Turtle. It's an event that you're not going to be paying for. It's an open door event. But over there, you're going to get some of the best cocktails. We've been known for doing some of the better cocktails on Ireland. In terms of our cuisine, we're talking about Purple Turtle. So we know it's definitely going to be among the best. This year, we're going to put on some special features. We have this barbecue expert who's going to come and do all kind of things with barbecues and stuff. Among the big highlights of the evening is going to be something everybody's talking about, the mother of all bonfires. We're going to have a massive bonfire on the beach, and we expect persons to come. We want people to come really dressed, classy. But, at some point in time, we want you to be able to kick off your heels and go on the sand and dance around the bonfire. Even for the more adventurous persons, come with your swimsuits, man, jump in the sea, you know what I mean? It's going to be fun, security is tight, as we say, it's an open event. It's just going to be a big, fun event that is open for all ages, and we really want people to come down and have a good time. Again, as I said, and speaker before me alluded to, Portsmouth, there's a lot of space in Portsmouth. There are lots of apartments that's available for rent, and who cares about maybe when you offer a weekend for partying? You don't really want, it's one event to the other, you just need a place where you wash your face, brush your teeth, and go to the other event. So it's going to be a whole weekend of fun. So be certain while you're down there, Purple Turtle on Saturday from 7 to 11 p.m. Remember the big bonfire. Remember, for persons who wants to swim at night, it's safe. Great cocktails, good food, good barbecue. It's just going to be good camaraderie, good social kind of event. And, I must take a minute to really inform you of another great event. Well, the president is going to come, but on Friday night, over by Manos, it's great new place, but we really want to keep pushing it as much as possible. All right. So again, the invitation is for all Dominicans to come down north, and for everyone. The beach is really large. We could entertain something like maybe they say 10,000 persons. So there is definitely space for you at Purple Turtle on Saturday from 7 to 11. Come, let's have a good time. Let us create memories. Let us do good things and contribute towards the growth and development of that event. Again, I want to thank Didier and the staff for letting us be part with a French event. I should also mention too that tickets for the event will be on sale at Purple Turtle during the event. And I was told, it's going to be $145. At the gate, I was told it's going to be $200. So come on down, get your tickets. Let's all have fun. So today, 7 to 11, Purple Turtle. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Etienne. So Saturday is going to be quite the day in Portsmouth because there's also another event in Portsmouth on that Saturday. Let's learn about it. Mikhail Farrell, he's going to present on Jazz and Arts in Paradise.
I'm laughing. Saturday heavy, yes. I was like, should I still come and talk about Saturday? Oh, everybody's exhausted. Good morning, everyone. Protocol has been established. But I want to talk about Jazz in Paradise. Again on Saturday. Again in Portsmouth. And I'm sure we need to end at 7 for sure. I don't know where to send people. You need to go 1 mile or Purple Turtle, but it's all about the North coming alive. Jazz in Paradise, it really speaks for itself. You having an experience in paradise. Has anyone been to Paradise Valley in Bourne? It is really a taste of the Garden of Eden. Nature, fauna, the exotic animals. It's all about giving you that experience of paradise. Our second edition last year was great. With some improvement, we expect people to have a better experience. We took some critics from last time. We could do some more food that has been taken care of. more vending. The pig roast is still on and all that good stuff, but it's a better experience for only $20 for adults, $10 for children above 12. You can have a good family experience. One of the good things about Jazz in Paradise, we bring the traditional culture to it. So we have performances. Besides the band performances, we have our local traditional groups like Carifuna, Capuchin Cultural Group, Posse Culture Pan. We have the People's Drummers. We have the People's Cultural Group, Banakayo from Atkinson. But we have Our Ladies of Song, Ophelia Marie. We have Abia. We have Kimani T, who is one of the most talented saxophonists we have. And our main attraction, a group called Vukum from Guadeloupe. 40 strong coming down tomorrow. 40. The stage at any one time will have 25 musicians and some dancers at the front, so it's a full package. Vukum. And to give us a taste of their renditions, they will be doing a special presentation in Portsmouth around the streets tomorrow night as a warm up. All white, drums and lavway in Portsmouth as a warm up tomorrow evening. So we wanna invite like everybody, the daytime event. It starts at 12 on Saturday, and we intend to end at 7 to ensure that the other fringe events get the patronage they need. We want to thank our many sponsors. We want to thank the Prime Minister, Atlantic View Resort, Petro Caribbean, Rudolph Thomas Enterprise, always willing, with Church, Vukum themselves for sponsoring most of the members to come, because a group of 40, imagine we can't afford all that. But the group itself paid for some of the members to come down. That's how much they want to be part of the activity. We have other attractions like Jimmy Fleur, one of the region best floral designer. He'll be here. We have the garden tours, which is complimentary this year. Just one thing, the same rule that God gave: do not touch that fruit in the Garden of Eden. Do not touch them people flowers. Do not. Yeah, and they have some problem. Last year, people were breaking plants, and don't do that. Keep the Paradise Valley. Respect their things. Do not touch their plants. Do not meddle with their animals. Nothing like that. Please, we want to let people know that. We have Christophe, which is a professional glass painter coming down from France. Zena, artist from the USA. We have the artist circus. So we have a lot of things installed for you, and it's all about where you want to be on Saturday. You cannot be in Portsmouth in the north and sleep all day and wait for 7 o'clock to wake up. No, come to Bourne. We have the shuttle services that can take you from Portsmouth to Bourne for probably maybe $2, but buses will be available. There's no excuse not wanting to be in Bourne on Saturday. So Jazz in Paradise is really something that you would really warm up your spirit for. Jazz and Creole on Sunday. I convinced anybody yet? No? Yes. So thank you for having us. See you in Bourne on Saturday at 12 p.m.
Thank you very much, Mr. Farrell. And there's one more event taking place on Saturday. Oh, I'm kidding. That's not it. But the event's happening on Friday. And I invite to the podium Mr. Emmanuel Richardson. He will present on his event called Jazz by the River.
Good morning to everybody. Bless. The protocol has been established. I want to say good morning. First time for me here. I'm actually from Portsmouth, and I'm proud to be back home. I'm actually based in Holland, in Amsterdam. I'm an international reggae artist, representing Dominica all these years in St. Martin and in Holland. And I'm happy to be back home. Thank God for the COVID, which I'm not too happy about, but it actually brought me back home to actually give back to my country and give back to my community the expertise and all what I've been doing outside back to my people. I'm the owner of Manos Cornerstone in Tatan, which is a upcoming, how would I say, entertainment center for the North with only live entertainment. I am based on live music. I believe in live music is a connection to actually enhance each and every one of us. DJs, I love DJs, but live music is what actually makes the real thing. So on Friday, coming the second, we have a twist of reggae jazz by the riverside. Now just picture you by the river flowing. The environment is all the wood and the trees that we have in Dominica. The building is actually made from our own material, our own wood. The space, the air, the food. I'm sorry, I'm also the chef. So we have some nice fish, fish, name it. There's a wide menu of all local foods. Vegans and vegetarians, you are highly welcome because that's what I cater for. So we don't have much of that in the country, but yes, we do cater for you. Jazz for me is the first time in Dominica. I've been following jazz in Holland for the longest while. I've been dying to be here for this. So for me, this is like a breaking ice of me being back home to deliver what we are looking for all the time as grown-ups, a place to go out and have clean fun, somewhere where you could sit down with your people and your family and enjoy. So that's what I'm bringing back. And we have a twist on Friday, which a lot of people tell me, Mano, you're crazy, but I love to be crazy. My energy is a crazy energy, so that's what it's all about. We are bringing First Serenade Band at Mano's Cornerstone on Friday. So it's a twist. It's a jazz weekend, but I believe in music has all aspects. So with that local band, old school, First Serenade with me, myself, Mano, doing the reggae jazz on the side, we're going to have an amazing time. So I'm looking forward to everybody. Please come down to Portsmouth. Portsmouth is a place to be. Actually, this is the second time, but it's the first song to me. So I would love to see you all come down. We have it on the beach. Purple Turtle is going on. We have Born. So Portsmouth is on. Thank you very much, my people. I love you, Alex. I love you guys.
Thank you very much, Mano. Portsmouth is on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got another event that is taking place on Saturday at 11 a.m. And this one is called Tea Tasting. So tea tasting will be taking place Saturday, May 3rd, 11 a.m. And that will be at Little Zion in Syndicate. The price is free. You get different tea samples. There's Dr. Gail Defoe, a cancer research scientist, who will be presenting and having discussions. So that's activity number 4 for Saturday. So let's go over the weekend. Friday, there's Jazz Under the Stars, Borough Square. There's Jazz by the River, Manos, that's in Savon Pie. And then there's Soursop Jazz in Delaware. May 3rd, Saturday, Jazz and Art in Paradise, Born. Jazz at the Beach, Purple Turtle. Jazz and Culture Fusion, 1 Mile. And Tea Tasting, Syndicate. On May 4th, the big day. The only thing you should be doing is going to Cabrit's National Park for Jazz and Creole. And after that, we go to the after party. And on May 5th, there's the Jazz Seafood Lime. So, as you've heard before, the one thing you need to do if you are not from the north, pack your bags, make it a weekend, come to Portsmouth. Up next, let's hear from the stakeholders who are bringing this event to life. First, I invite to the podium Miss Greta Joseph. She's going to present on one of the areas at Jazz and Creole that is fun, the kids zone. Please put your hands together and let's welcome her to the podium.
A pleasant good morning to all. My name is Gretel, like Hansel and Gretel, here for the children. All right. Fonzaki welcomes you to the Jazz and Creole Kids Fun Zone. The Kids Fun Zone is an amazing, it's an area that's amazing and it is dedicated to the youngest patrons of Jazz and Creole along with their families. We see the children as the continuity figures for jazz and Creole, as in a few years' time, they will be the planners, the designers, the musicians, the executives, and they will propel this wonderful event to its future development and expansion. We also see the children as the here and now, bringing joy, fun, friendship, creativity, and life into this amazing event. So, as we look forward to this weekend, Jazz on Creole, we are delighted to inform you that Fonzagi will be at the Kids Zone on Sunday, serving up delightful, fun, creative, and active entertainment to the little ones. So, where's the Kids Zone, one may ask? Okay, it is just on the lower deck at the picturesque venue at the home of Jazz and Creole, Cabrit's National Park. It is here we serve the youngest and most fun patrons of our annual Jazz and Creole event, and boy, it is always fun there. Think fun inflatables, life crafting like our ever so popular sand art, making for a perfect jazz memento. We also have creations of wearables like bracelet making stations. There's also sunset Creole chic, face paintings, and interactive games and more. So there's so much fun down at the Kids Zone. Our activities are fully family friendly. So you, along with your children, will find it a fantastic place to hang out, create indelible memories while you soak in the cool songs of jazz, just a hop and a skip away from the main stage. The safety and well-being of the youngest patrons of Jazz and Creole is of paramount importance as the kids zone, and so we have the friendliest and most caring trained attendants to monitor our fun stations and assist the little ones. Fonzagi is proud to promote active entertainment, friendship, creativity, and fun against a backdrop of pure and soothing jazz and Creole music. This has got to be awesome. So see you at Jazz and Creole 2025, the Kids Fun Zone. No kid will be left behind, so take them over. Thank you.
After that presentation, Madam CEO, I will be at the fun zone for this. She laughed. We'll talk privately. She's still laughing. Next, let's talk your health, our responsibility. I invite to the podium Ms. Kalma Louis. She's a senior environmental health officer with responsibility for food safety.
Pleasant good morning to everyone. The protocol has been established. In everything that has been said, one thing though is that everybody must eat. And all the events, there will be food, right? So we want to ensure that whatever we do for you, that you are safe and you'll be going home safe, right? No foodborne illnesses. As we welcome the rhythm, the color, and the culture of Jazz and Creole 2025, the Environmental Health Department of the Ministry of Health is proud to once again support this signature event under the theme Sunset, Creole, and Chic. Our role is to ensure that while the music and the atmosphere captivates the crowd, that the public's health and safety remains center stage. In preparation for this year's event, the Environmental Health Department had taken some proactive steps to include a joint visit with the event organizers to Fort Shirley to ensure that everything is okay, there is enough water, the toilets are working properly, etc., etc. A targeted session with food handlers, a targeted session with food and beverage managers to outline health key protocols. We want to ensure that everybody is on par with the event and that they will do the necessary things. So we had an event session with all the organizers to guide them through the process. And of course, we had food handlers education sessions that were held in Portsmouth and Roseau to allow the uncertified vendors to become compliant and prepared to serve food safely. We are pleased at the Environmental Health Department to commend the vendors from Jazz and Quail 2024 who demonstrated excellence in food safety and hygiene. Their food handlers' ID cards were clearly displayed, they were properly attired, and meals were presented hygienically and kept at safe temperature. This professionalism contributed greatly to the success of last year's festival. As we celebrate last year's success, we would like to also take the opportunity to encourage all vendors, especially those who did not fully comply last year, to rise to the standard this year. Clean presentation, safe storage, and a full compliance are not just regulations, they are essential to the health and enjoyment of every festival goer. We encourage patrons to be vigilant at all times. Protect yourselves and others by demanding compliance with established standards and effectively the best quality service from the food vendors at the events. So we are there. If you notice they are not complying, if you notice something wrong, look out for the environmental health officer and please report it. We are there. It is your responsibility as consumers to know what you're eating, where you're eating, and your food is safe for consumption. As always, the environmental health team will be there. We'll be active on the ground to support the vendors, to monitor practices, and ensure that the festival maintains a clean and safe environment for all. Let's make Jazz and Quail 2025 a shining example of what it meant to be. Sunset, Creole, and chic, where vibes meet good hygiene and safe food enhances the sweet sound of celebration. Let's once again aspire to live up to the true meaning of chic in our food and beverage department. See you at Fort Shirley. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Miss Louise, and thank you very much to your department for the continued support. Now, guys, today I need you to give a round of applause for someone who is in the audience today. She begins her first day as officer in charge of the fire station in Portsmouth. Her name is Kathy Anatole Raymond, and she's here with us. Congratulations on your appointment. And her first order of business on day one is to be here to present. Please let's give her another round of applause and invite her to the podium.
Good day, everyone. This is baptism by fire. Miss Marva Williams, CEO of Discover Dominica Authority and Director of Tourism. Miss Iodella Andrew, Festival and Event Manager of Discover Dominica Authority. Mr. Stanley Prosper, Deputy Chief Fire Officer Acting. Mrs. Rosanette Peltier, Leading Fireman Acting and Fire Prevention Officer. Mrs. Kalma Louis, Senior Environmental Health Officer with responsibility for food safety. Jazz and Creole sponsors, Jazz and Creole artists, Jazz and Creole fringe partners, members of the media, other invited guests, viewers tune in to live on social media under the radio via Carrier FM and DBS Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, good day. In preparation for the upcoming Dominica Jazz and Festival scheduled to be held on the 4th of May 2025 at the Calbrits National Park, I wish to formally outline the duties and function of the Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services in support of the national events. As mandated, the Dominica Fire Service holds the responsibility of ensuring that all mass gatherings are conducted within a safe and secure environment. The safety of the patrons and event personnel remains a top priority and is vital to the overall success and preparation of these events. In line with our mandate, the fire service will conduct comprehensive fire safety inspection of the event venue to ensure that all required safety measures and emergency protocols are in place. For example, every vendor should have a 5-prong ABC fire extinguisher in good working condition in the bars. And when we say fully functional, it's supposed to be there's a green marking on the fire extinguisher, so that needle is supposed to be on that green marking. Okay. Backstage should also have a 5-prong carbon dioxide fire extinguisher or an ABC fire extinguisher. So the carbon dioxide fire extinguisher will be for electrical purposes. We have to limit the amount of combustible items, especially near heating elements. Exit points should allow for ease of egress in case of an emergency. And you should have a designated or point person to contact the Portsmouth Fire Station in case of an emergency. And the number is 266-5215. Fire service will provide technical guidance on crowd safety management with emphasis on risk mitigation and hazard prevention strategies. Fire service will maintain fire emergency response readiness with the fire and ambulance services at the Portsmouth Fire Station designated as the primary response unit for any public health emergency, accident, or fire-related incidents that may occur during the event. We also have the support of the fire station nearby, which is the St. Joseph Fire Station. We will ensure adequate staffing level at the Portsmouth station in anticipation of increased demand to support rapid response in the event of an incident. Our goal is to be fully prepared while sincerely hoping that no emergency occurs. The fire service will conduct internal briefing sessions with all assigned fire officers and personnel prior to the event to view operational protocols, clarify the role and responsibility and response coordination mechanism to ensure a professional and effective response. Through our presence and intervention, we will continue to encourage organizers to adhere to the established safety protocols, ensuring that patrons celebrate responsibly and remain mindful of the safety at every stage of the events. The Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services remain committed to supporting the success of jazz and Creole and ensuring the well-being of all participants. Thank you.
You did a good job on your first speech. And thank you for ensuring the safety and security of all patrons for Jazz and Creole. We appreciate how proactive your team is. Up next, let's talk details of Jazz and Creole. And for that, I invite to the podium Miss Ayodele Andrew. She is the Festival and Events Manager here at Discover Dominica Authority.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, recognize, of course, our CEO, Ms. Marva Williams, CEO and Director of Tourism, Discover Dominica Authority, Mr. Stanley Prosper, Acting Deputy Fire Chief of Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services, and the other Fire and Ambulance Service officers. Congratulations. Our Ms. Calma Louis, Senior Environmental Health Officer with responsibility for food safety, Jazz and Creole artists, Jazz and Creole fringe partners, Jazz and Creole sponsors, members of the media, our invited guests, viewers who are tuned in live and on DBS and Kyrie FM, ladies and gentlemen. So I will be moving to Portsmouth. I am very convinced, even if we are producing the event, I am sure that everyone will be moving to the So I think you had a lot of information, a lot of details on entertainment. So what you need right now is what you get at Jazz and Creole and what do you need to do that. So I'd say the first thing you need is to ensure that you have your ticket so that you can be admitted to the venue. Yes? You agree? If you haven't gotten your ticket, you should do that right now. So tickets are available online. Advanced tickets are $160 and US $62, available online at dominicafestivals.com. We also have tickets available at our office and at our authorized vendors, which is Bullseye Pharmacy in Goodwill and Deepex in Roseau. We also have tickets available in Portsmouth from at Water's Edge Restaurant and in Picard Bullseye Pharmacy. Tickets for children under 12 are free. So admission for children under 12 is free. Children between 12 and 17, $75, and those are available at the gate. General admission at the gate is $200, so I implore you to get your advance tickets. And as you heard, we will be doing some ticket specials at some of the events over the weekend on Friday and Saturday in Portsmouth, and those tickets are $145. So there are many opportunities and locations for you to get your ticket. There is no reason for you not to have an advance ticket before getting there. But if for some reason you are unable to get your ticket online at our office at the vendors, when you arrive at the gate, you can pay for your ticket. So get into the venue. You can come into Portsmouth, and we provide a shuttle service from the Portsmouth area to the Moroccan Hotel. And from there, there is a shuttle service which will then take you to the base of the Cabrits National Park, and then shuttle service from the base of the Cabrits National Park to Fort Shirley, which is the venue also for you to enjoy jazz and Creole. That shuttle service will cost you $3 from Portsmouth to the Moroccan Hotel and $2 from the Moroccan Hotel to the Cabrits base. And from the Cabrits base to Fort Shirley, that's absolutely free. That's our gift to you. We want to ensure that you get there. Yes. Yeah, we give you some because we want you to come and enjoy the experience hassle-free. All right. So when you get to the venue, Fort Shirley is a scenic and spectacular place to enjoy the sunsets of Dominica. I think it's one of the best places to capture sunset. Thus, our theme, Sunset Creole Chic. And we invite you to indulge in our Creole culinary experiences that the vendors would have prepared for you. So our vendors in our culinary experience will be all laid out under the trees, and you can just explore and try different Creole infused provisions for your palate. And we have bars, various cocktail bars infused with local fruits and vegetables even, and of course, libations for your delight. Very refreshing on Sunday afternoon. We invite you, of course, because Jazz and Curl is a family event. You heard all the details about the kids zone, and the kids zone is well attended. We also have safety and security personnel at hand to ensure that while the kids are having fun, that they remain safe. We have experiences where you can look at a little marketplace of Dominica's artisans and craftsmen and products made from our local materials, some giveaways that will be in our boutique Dominique as well. For an elevated experience, you can get tickets for our VIP, which is $350. This year, we are offering something very special, which is a Watu culinary experience. And this is an indulgent, culturally rich culinary experience. It's a journey for your taste buds of Dominica's finest flavors. So I encourage everybody to get your VIP tickets now. They are $350 or US $135, available online at dominicafestivals.com or at our office here on Great Marlborough Street. And these are limited, so I say get them today. And our VIP also offers you unlimited beverages, refreshing cocktails. We have dedicated parking and shuttle service. We have photography. So you can get all your selfies, you can get your 360 photos, and document your memories and share it on social media. And you can share that with us as well, so you can be featuring your experience of Jazz and Creole on the Dominica Festivals page. We look forward to welcoming each of you, our artists who you've had a sample from this morning, but I'll just go through our full artist lineup. In case you need a reminder, our lineup this year, we have Shalina, who is known for captivating vocals and dynamic stage presence. Abia Israel, who's a soulful performer. Mary Pascal, who brings that blend of Dominican and African music together. Carlin XP, the Bouillon Queen, who will give us a taste of her Bouillon jazz. Colton T, who is a dynamic musician and performer. Etienne Charles, an internationally acclaimed trumpeter and composer, known for his innovative blend of jazz, Caribbean music, and folk traditions. Of course, Itana, who is bringing her powerful reggae vibes to the stage. Signal Band, who is our electrifying, young, and energetic Bouillon band. And Marie-Claire Giroux, who you also heard here today, who really captivated us. And I expect that on Sunday evening, she will take you on a journey. So this is an expanded experience just for you. Prepare for an even more spectacular Jazz and Creole experience in 2025. We are really thrilled to offer you these exciting additions, and we offer you a deeper immersion into the heart and soul of Dominican culture with our cultural groups, rhythmic, energetic drummers, some talented musicians, and some exciting musical tricks that we will have for you. We welcome you to pack your bags and come to Portsmouth and enjoy the event. More information is available online at dominicafestivals.com and our social media pages. Thank you very much, and we look forward to hosting you and see you in Portsmouth on Sunday.
Thank you very much, Miss Andrew. And I hope you guys are set for Dominica's Jazz and Creole on May 4th. Again, we begin at 2 p.m. Ayo, I thought you were going to say more in the comment box. Up next, our final speaker for the day, I invite to the podium the CEO of Discover Dominica Authority and Director of Tourism, Miss Marva Williams, to deliver remarks.
Thank you very much, Monel. Let me recognize the presence of Miss Ayodele Andrew, the Festival and Events Manager, who's been working tirelessly with her team for the past couple weeks to deliver what is going to be an amazing Jazz and Creole. Mr. Stanley Prosper, Acting Deputy Fire Chief of Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services. Other Fire and Ambulance Service Officers, Ms. Calma Lewis, Senior Environmental Health Officer with responsibility for food safety. Jazz and Creole artists. These were some beautiful renditions. Thank you for that. Jazz and Creole Fringe partners, members of the media, other invited guests, those who are tuned in live on radio and on social media. Good afternoon to you. I think it's almost afternoon, so I will tell you an early afternoon. As we get closer to Jazz and Creole, I stand here with great excitement and anticipation, knowing that this celebration of music and heritage and community is going to create memories that will last a lifetime. Today, I'm not just here to give you the final updates. I'm here to emphasize the integral role that Jazz and Creole plays in the broader tourism strategy. This festival is a celebration of jazz and Creole music and a living testament of Dominica's cultural richness, a unique experience that sets us apart in the global tourism sphere. It's an event that showcases who we are as a people, our traditions, our artistry, and our ability to welcome the world with open arms. More importantly, it is a driver of our economy, helping to strengthen the ties between tourism, culture, and local business. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge some of the key partners and supporters who have helped make the festival possible. Of course, we thank the government of Dominica, who are our presenting partners, for their continued commitment towards tourism. We extend gratitude to the private partners who have come on board, like Digicel Dominica, Pirates Limited, Belfast Estate, Fine Foods, Sunrise Airways, Inter-Caribbean, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Josephine Gabriel, OptiShop, Cosmic Enterprises, and Caribbean Airlines. And I left Rudolph Thomas for last because I want to personally single you out for coming on board with us for the first time and really emphasizing the need for other businesses in Portsmouth to support the jazz and Creole. The benefits to the Portsmouth area per se is immense. And we thank you so much for coming on board. We're not forgetting our media partners like DBS Radio, Kyrie FM, Vibes, MO News, Q95, and those in the region like the Wave and NBC in St. Lucia, RCP Media in St. Kitts, PJD2 in St. Martin, NT Media Productions in St. Thomas, and Stockholm in Barbados. Your dedication in promoting the festival and ensuring the world knows what we have to offer here in Dominica is amazing. I thank also the mayor of Portsmouth who has walked through the journey of preparation with us. She has ensured Portsmouth taps into the full potential of this event, honestly. So thank you to her. Jazz and Creole isn't an event on the calendar, it's an invitation to experience Dominica. Nestled in the history of Fort Shirley, the festival offers a unique opportunity to enjoy the best of live jazz and Creole music against the backdrop of the island's most breathtaking natural beauty. It's an unforgettable experience, one that combines creativity of world-class artists with the vibrancy of our culture. And for the many regional visitors, this event represents the chance to immerse themselves in something authentically Dominican. I'm going to speak from a personal perspective. Marie Claire, you're my girl, don't get offensive. Don't be offended. I've been anticipating Marie Claire Giroux' participation in Jazz and Creole for years. I'm not sure why it hasn't materialized, but it is indeed a pleasure and a privilege, Marie Claire, to finally have you join us on one of the main stage signature events in Dominica. It is an honor. A lot of times we hear people say that jazz and Creole is taking place and there's no real authentic jazz. We're getting authentic jazz from a Dominican born, and we should be proud of that. So I look forward to seeing her. Yes. The festival also has a far-reaching impact. We know that it contributes to Dominica's tourism by bringing in travelers from to Dominica and even bringing the locals to the north of the island. These visitors dine in the restaurants, they stay at hotels, they shop at the businesses, generating income and supporting the local economy. That is why Jazz and Creole, amidst the entertainment industry, is part of the pillar of tourism and the growth strategy. So as we near May 4th, I encourage you, whether you're local or visiting, to join us at Fort Shirley for an afternoon of extraordinary music, delicious food, and amazing experiences. It's going to be an afternoon where you make your way to Fort Shirley, to Dominica's crown jewel. The majestic Caribbean views stretch before you, while the melodies of live music and Creole blend seamlessly with the gentle songs of nature. As the rhythm of our island fills the air, you savor the flavors of Creole cuisine and soak in the warmth of our culture. And I want to emphasize the Creole cuisine, especially in the Jazz and Creole VIP. We know of the Watto experience during Dominica's independence, and we're giving you an early Watto experience in the Jazz and Creole VIP. Strictly local, great food. Big up to Neander Pelty and her team. And I look forward to tasting some good food. So the Jazz and Creole isn't just a vision, it's a reality for Jazz and Creole 2025 that's going to come alive on May 4th, which is a few days away from 2 p.m. There's lots to explore separate from that day. You can visit the Indian River, go to the restaurants. The north of Dominica is a treasure waiting to be discovered if you have not done so. Staying in that region is not only going to enhance your experience, but it's going to deepen the connection with the island and its people. So I look forward to seeing all of you there as we continue to shine the spotlight on Dominica. And in shining the spotlight, we have a cadre of artists at that event who are strictly Dominican. We will continue to highlight this event as part of the premier offering of Dominica, and of course continue to push Dominica as a cultural tourism haven in the Caribbean. So thank you so much for joining us here today, and do enjoy the Jazz and Creole weekend in Portsmouth.
Thank you very much, Miss Williams. And I hope that you're getting set to come to Portsmouth for Jazz and Creole. And everybody here will be attending? Yes? Especially the fire officer. Day one. Got you. Now it's time to say thank you to all of you for attending today's press conference. Thank you to the artists, fringe event organizers, and to all the tourism stakeholders for helping us gear up for another Jazz and Creole experience. So now we invite you, book your weekend and stay in the North. Attend the fringe events. Explore the North's untouched beauty. Experience the culture, the cuisine, and the charm of Dominica. And while you count down to Jazz and Creole 3 days away, start making plans for the other activities that are coming soon. The World Creole Music Festival takes center stage from October 24th to the 26th, and you don't want to miss that celebration. And then Mass Dominic 2026, we're getting set for February 16th and 17th. So mark your calendar, come for the Bacchanal and stay for the beauty. Thank you very much for being here today at today's press conference. Remember, Jazz and Creole is calling. Check your phones. Answer it. My name is Monel Alexis. Thank you very much for being here. Good morning.